I'm waiting to see who's going to hop on here. And so I wanted to just get on here, touch base with everybody. It's been a little while. I was going to talk about the Gemini season, which just started yesterday, but I think we're going to do a different video on that because I didn't quite have time to get all my ducks in a row before I had the opportunity to hop on this morning. It's going to be a very active Gemini season. So we will perhaps just go over a couple of the things that are happening right now. And I am, of course, using my phone as I do for my live streams now. So I may have to let me just go over that a little bit before we get into the live stream, since when we do the Gemini season video, that will have that energy, at least that specific action of Pluto there will have passed. We are, as I said, we're going to have quite a few planets as we move through Gemini season in squares and different aspects to Pluto. Hello, Jamie. Oh, it's so great to see you. Hello, Galactic Elf. Yes, aloha. Yes, wonderful, wonderful. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And there are some things that I am going to be referencing when we're talking about some of this stuff. So I will recommend that anyone who wants more information on some of the things that I'm talking about, check out Rising Phoenix Aurora's YouTube channel, where she goes more in depth into some of the things that we may touch on. As I was reading through the energies and all these aspects to Pluto that we have going on, it was reminding me of a video that Aurora just did regarding the bifurcation. And so we're going to talk about that a little bit before we get going here with the Pleidian Portal messages, because it is a really important message. And there is a video that she created on that. Maybe I'll link it for you guys, share that. I'll link it in the description box below if you guys want to check that out. But essentially, it's this idea. And we were talking, hello, Evelyn, hello, Rhythm. We were talking about the intensity of that 5-5 portal lunar eclipse in Scorpio, right? The releasing of density, the releasing of inverted timelines, all of the stuff that we talked about there, all of that has been happening. And as a result, the Earth has really leveled up. We talked about how the Earth herself was releasing old inverted inorganic timelines, releasing density, and we were all releasing density with her. So another thing that was going on with that we did not touch upon, but that Aurora touches upon on her YouTube channel, is this energy of as we moved through this gateway and the Earth leveled up, the energy, we're kind of like required to level up with her. And so there's a splitting off going on right now. There's a splitting off between the people who are choosing the lower timelines, the denser timelines, and the people who are choosing the organic timelines, the more high vibrational timelines. And she talks about this and explains it as a bifurcation, right? A splitting apart. And so what we are seeing and what we're going to be noticing is where these energies are really coming up against each other. And what I mean by that is like the contrast between the two different paths. And there's going to be, and Aurora goes into this in much more detail. I'm still learning more about it, but it really resonated with me when she talked about how we're essentially replaying a lot of the themes and the energies that we went through back in Atlantis, during the fall of Atlantis. We've been replaying these timelines, these storylines, and we are again in the thick of this energy. And so this is a time, much like when Atlantis fell, where it's especially important for the light workers to know and understand what's going on, because in the past, Remember, they always say, don't forget history or you'll be doomed to repeat it. So in the past, a lot of light workers were sort of tricked into aligning with the darker energies, aligning with these inorganic energies, these inverted energies, these lower timelines. They were kind of suckered into this, so to speak. They were fooled into giving away their light, fooled into choosing a different path. And that path did lead to the fall, like we talked about. And so this time around, we want to be really wary of that. We want to be aware, because this energy will sneak up on us. All right. We want to be choosing from love in every single moment. We want to be living from that heart space. We want to be making all our decisions from that heart space and weighing the actions of others within that heart space. If there are people who are, for instance, ganging up on certain people, right? this energy of drama, this energy of singling people out, wherever that energy of judgment is existing, we want to make sure that we're not allowing ourselves to vibrate into that frequency and sort of really begin indulging in those lower vibrational emotions. And all of these squares going on to Pluto are really going to be emphasizing this. Like, we can see this happening in the planetary sphere when we look at all the energy going on with Pluto and Aquarius. And for anybody who did not watch the Pluto and Aquarius video, I highly suggest that you do, because it was a really powerful video. And we talk about, there were quite a few that I did surrounding Pluto. And I think in the Pluto and Aquarius video, or the Pluto retrograde videos, I link a whole bunch of these different videos. So it's really good to look back and to understand that energy as Pluto moves through Aquarius, and Pluto is purifying, right? These energies of Aquarius. So this is Pluto's first time, as we're moving into the age of Aquarius, moving through and purifying these energies, these Aquarian energies. And what does Aquarius relate to? Aquarius relates to groups that we're a part of, organizations that we're a part of, our network, our friends, but also our larger social network, our larger dreams and aspirations, and the way that we serve humanity within that context. And so it's kind of perfect, right, when we're looking at it through that, as we're understanding this bifurcation, and as we're understanding the way that it really is like a test of us really being able to level up in a sense. Are we able to discern, to heart discern which path is which? Because sometimes these energies are disguised as something else. So we want to just really ensure that we are staying in our hearts, right? Really ensure that we are not indulging in these games, in these lower vibrational energies of attacking people, of falling into that drama, gossiping, right? Noticing when people, there are going to be groups of people kind of like unifying and sort of like targeting other people. This is kind of stuff that we might see. So we want to be aware of that, and we want to make sure that we are not vibrating to that. We want to stay on our highest and most organic timeline. We released all that density if we were willing to really go within our hearts, if we were willing and able to surrender as we move through that 5-5 portal. We've released a ton of density, and we don't want it back, right? We want to continue moving forward. And this Pleiadian portal is a really beautiful opportunity to do so. Hello, Morning Star. I think I just saw you hop on there. Evelyn Rhythm, I think I said hello to everybody else. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, so that just came through. That came up as I was looking at all of these activations that our personal planets and different planets are going to be receiving from Pluto as we move through the next month, to just make sure that everybody is aware of that and understands what's going on. And understands, and remember, we talk about this all the time. In every single moment, you can choose. You can make a new choice. All right. So if we make a choice in one moment that vibrates towards fear, that aligns us with an energy, with a path that we're not wanting to go down, we can choose to come back into love. We can choose to come back into our hearts. All right. And every time we make these choices, right, we're shifting timelines. All right. So we can always in any single moment. All right. So with that out of the way, I wanted to just kind of get that mouthful out before we get into the rest of this. I want to say hi to everyone. It's been busy since I got back from my training. I learned a lot. I've grown a lot. I had some really powerful experiences, some really powerful shifts, and I am still integrating. But I love you guys so much, and I'm so grateful that we have the Pleiadian portal going on right now, because it's really helping to assist with all of that. We have these beautiful high vibrational light codes coming in as the sun moves through the Seven Sisters constellation, and this will be going. I put the dates in the description box. or the title of the video rather. This portal opened up on the 16th of May and will be going through the 23rd or the 24th. I believe it's the 24th. So end of Taurus season right into the beginning of Gemini season. And it's just a really beautiful energy. So set those intentions to receive these beautiful high vibrational energies and light codes from the benevolent Pleiadians, right? Our benevolent Pleiadian brothers and sisters. And I want to get some messages for us from the Pleiadians here. And we're going to start with the Starseed Oracle because it's always a good place to start. All right. And anybody who's hopping on, hop in the chat, say hello, clear. So I know that you're here. Go ahead and hit that like button if you feel so called to do so. All right, let's get some messages from the Pleiadians for this Pleiadian portal. What do our brothers and sisters in the Pleiades want us to know? Hello, Tess. Welcome. Oh, I'm so glad you're here as well. Yay. Yes. I love these live streams. I love just seeing who ends up on here that is able to catch them. And I want to say, of course, as we always do, sending so much love to every single person who is catching this on the replay as well. Yeah, and we're not getting into all of that on here. I wanted to talk a little bit about the bifurcation, just because as I was looking through, like I said, all the aspects of Pluto this month, it felt very related to me. But like I said, if you want to learn more about that, if you want to learn more, we're not going to get all into the fall of Atlantis and all of that on here right now either. But check out Rising Phoenix Aurora's YouTube channel because she has a whole series of videos on Atlantis, the fall of Atlantis, Lemuria, all of that. And the bifurcation, of course, which I will link for you guys as well, as I said in the description box below. So let's get some messages from the Pleiadians for this Pleiadian portal. First card out is Star Family. You're part of a team of souls. Call in support. And so what they really want us to know and remember is all benevolent beings, which is of course the only beings that we want to work with, have to respect our free will. All right, they cannot overstep our free will. And so in order for you to receive assistance and support, like you're always being supported, but in order for them to be able to work on your behalf, you have to ask. All right. And we always clarify, like we said, that we are asking our benevolent star family, our benevolent team of light, always, always, always using the word benevolent and clarifying with that. But you can call in your benevolent star family. You can call in your benevolent team of light. Your benevolent Pleiadians, like we said, moving through this portal, they cannot assist you directly unless you give them permission, unless you ask for it. And so, yeah, they want you to call in their support if you are needing their support. And the Pleiadians are a beautiful, heart-centered race, right? They're beautiful, heart-centered energy. The greatest percentage of star seeds on this planet are Pleiadian. There's a lot of Pleiadian. They are closely linked as far as our energy goes. We hold a lot of Pleiadian energy within us, and it is easiest for them to incarnate here over of many of the star seeds, Pleiadians, because their energy is very much a match in many ways. They're just it can be. And remember, this is my understanding and my knowledge of things. I don't claim to be an expert by any sense in anything, but my understanding of things is that different races of star seeds, it's some of them it's a little bit easier to be on this planet than others. Pleiadians really resonate well with the energy of planet Earth. There's a lot of Pleiadians here. A lot of people watching this channel probably have strong Pleiadian connections, I guess you would say. So yeah, they're so beautiful. And they're, like I said, they are a heart-centered, very heart-centered race. They're really love, compassion, all of that beautiful spiritual energy. So if you are seeking to expand your heart, if you are seeking to expand your connection via tapping into your heart space, they are especially wanting to assist you with that right now. If you are feeling lost, if you are feeling, and this is something that a lot of starseeds feel, right? This energy of feeling like you don't belong, this energy of feeling like you're in the wrong place, so to speak, right? That homesickness. If you're feeling homesick for the stars right now, they want to help you. They want to help you feel more rooted and grounded to this earth. Right? Which is funny, right? Because we think about our star family. We don't necessarily think about them as far as assisting us in grounding, but they want to assist you in doing that. They want to assist you through this portal in feeling more connected to this planet that your consciousness resides on right now, right? In this avatar. They want you to feel more connected. They want to assist you in falling in love with this human experience. Hello, Tonya. Ooh, yes. Mesa, Arizona. I love it. Welcome. Yes, they are very loving. Exactly. So they want to assist you in connecting more with this planet, with this plane. Look how gorgeous this card is. Can you guys see that? Oh, and it's so cool. As I'm looking at this right now, I'm looking at this and I'm seeing this as like the oversoul and this as like the fractals of consciousness that the oversoul is emitting out into the galaxies and dimensions. And this is another thing that they want you to know and remember is like your light is so expansive. All right. And there are fractals of consciousness, right? Coming out from your higher self, from your oversoul, expanding all throughout this multiverse. All right. And you can call on any of those fractals of consciousness as well as your oversoul, your higher self, for guidance at any time. So another thing that the Pleiadians want to do and want to assist you with during this Pleiadian portal is being able to tap into the other fractals of you, as well as your higher self, your oversoul, for guidance as you're moving forward. And for some of you guys too, I feel like this is going to help you understand and realize and really feel that you're not alone, all right? Because this incarnation can be lonely for many of us. It's like all these different fractals, right? These different consciousnesses, these different sparks of this from this oversoul are going out in all these different directions, have all these different experiences, but they're always linked and they are always connected to each other, to their oversoul, and to, of course, ultimately source, right? Good morning, MJ Gray. You landed at the perfect timing. Oh, Rhythm, you know what's so funny? Look what was on the bottom of the deck that I was about to speak on. Trust the timing. All right. And so this card right here is reminding us to trust in divine timing. Hello, Ashley Rose. Oh, thank you for being here, beautiful. Oh, it's so wonderful to see all of you this morning. All right. Just know that everything is unfolding in perfect divine timing. And you have all the time you need. This card says time is not running out. And so I think that this happens for a lot of us, especially as we start to awaken, where we start all of a sudden feeling like, oh my God, there's so much that I need to do here. You know, they're like, how am I ever going to accomplish everything that I'm meant to accomplish? And then we start getting really hard on ourselves, right? We start beating ourselves up. We start setting really high expectations for ourselves, trying to do a million things at once, right? And so this is saying, like, the Pleiadians are saying to slow down. And know and understand too that we can manipulate time, and this takes some practice, right? But we can start with just setting those intentions, right? So we can slow down time. And we see the evidence of this, right? When we look at, you know, that phrase like time flies when you're having fun. And we see how our perception of time speeds up or slows down. Time itself can actually speed up or slow down because it is, right, kind of an illusion that we're playing with here in this three-dimensional matrix. And so just know that time is very fluid. You have all the time you need. Everything is happening in the perfect divine timing. All right? Trust that it's like, and I think a lot of us, you know, when we look at different periods of our lives, we're like, what a waste of time such and such was. Like, why couldn't I have gotten to the point that I am now 10 years earlier, 20 years earlier? And it's like, because you weren't meant to. Because all those other experiences have value as well. Because if you hadn't had all those other experiences, you would not be in the place that you are now as the version of you that you are now. All of that had to lead up to this. All right, it is all going perfectly. So just know that. And know that there is plenty of time. All right, so they're saying like, stop. I wanted to say stop and smell the roses, right? Stop and smell the roses. Stop and feel the sunshine on your face. Take that time to allow nature to heal you, to recharge you. All right, soak in that sun. That is your life force energy. Soak that in. Put your bare feet on the ground. Work with the elements. All right? Be present. When we have this, yeah, exactly, Ashley Rose. When we have this, this tension and this anxiety of thinking that we need to do everything at once, right? Thinking that we have to make up for lost time. It takes us completely out of the present moment. And then we miss everything. And it actually, the process of that, if anything, kind of like, what I'm feeling right now is that process actually speeds time up in a sense. When we're frenzied, it's like time is racing by even faster. When we slow ourselves down and we get into that calm, centered space, we actually get more done. All right, so get out of that frantic headspace. Trust in the timing. Trust that everything is happening perfectly. And just do the next thing, but stay rooted, stay present, stay centered. All right, we have the inner earth under this, which I love. Working with, connecting with the inner earth. Many believe that there is, like, the inner earth is this beautiful, lush paradise, essentially as this 5D earth is meant to be. That dimension already exists within the inner earth. There are many beings that live in the inner earth. There are, according to many, some who moved into the inner earth, so to speak, after the fall of Atlantis. Some who are tending to it, preparing it. Many believe that we ascend into the inner earth. That's part of the process during the ascension, where many souls go. Regardless, the inner earth is like the divine paradise. This is the template for the new 5D earth. This is where it exists right now. You can connect with the inner earth through finding these beautiful idyllic places in nature, which in a sense feel like portals to this energy. So once again, spending time out in nature is going to link you into that energy. Through communing with the trees. It is said that in the inner earth, there are trees 1,000,000 times larger than the largest trees we have here. And some of it, when we connect with the trees on the outer earth surface, we can connect with the energy of the inner earth. Yeah, yeah. The inner earth is the 5D earth, essentially rhythm. And so going to these beautiful spots in nature, these beautiful portals where you can connect in with this energy, set the intention during meditation to connect with the inner earth, right? To travel to the inner earth. You did not, Amber. You're right on time. We were just talking about perfect divine timing. Yeah. I don't know about you, but looking at this card right now, like, isn't there just a beautiful level of serenity when you see this? Tap into that frequency. Hello, Isela. Clear. Okay, yeah, that did want to come out. So we got the blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integrations. I'm feeling like the blue flame wants to activate our throat chakra. Especially, I'm feeling activations of the throat chakra coming through for people. And that makes sense too when we think about the Pleidian Portal beginning at the end of May, the end of Taurus season. Taurus rules the throat. Moving through Gemini, Gemini is ruled by Mercury, which rules, yes, the mind, but also communication. So these throat chakra activations make a lot of sense. Give me something else on this blue flame here. Anyone who's traveling right now, who's traveling to a holy location during this Pleiadian portal, on or around this Pleiadian portal, there's powerful activations for you. Like, you're going to receive a very, very powerful activation through your travels. And as I said, that we the Hathors came out, which reminds me of Egypt. So definitely, if there's anybody traveling to Egypt, I feel like some people too, you may be astral traveling to receive these activations. But if somebody watching this is physically traveling, that's going to be majorly activating for you. Hello, Tequila. And I know that we had Tequila. I know that we had connected on some sort of platform, but I can't find the connection again. So if you're looking to touch base with me, please email me. For some reason, I continually lose our communications, but I love you so much, just as I love you all. But yeah, powerful activations for anyone traveling there, whether some people, like I said, you're going to be traveling, and we're all going to be traveling, I think, to one extent or another, whether physically or astrally, in our dream time or meditation time, to these power places for us. And everybody's power places are different. There are specific places that are more activating for different people, depending on just the different energies that we all hold within ourselves. For some people, it's definitely going to be Egypt, but there are other places for other people as well. Ooh, I'm feeling this too for people, and I think this is relevant for me too, people who have visited locations like this in the past, like Egypt, or any of these other, these powerful places on these ley lines. There are activations that you received that are now integrating during this Pleiadian portal. It's taken a while. It's been sort of a delay, but there's going to be you're going to be seeing more of the results of the activations that you received, if that makes any sense. Two suns. Interesting. Well, let's see. So two suns could be related to... Interestingly enough, when you said that, I'm thinking of the sun and the moon, and the moon is not seen as a sun, right? But it is sort of like there's a connection there, I think. The masculine, the feminine, the dark and the light, right? But I'm also, I mean, we have, so when we move through the Sirian gateway, we're going to have the conjunction of the sun and Sirius. Sirius is known as our spiritual sun. All right, so we have our physical sun, and then we have our spiritual sun. We have perhaps, because I know that we have, as we are in a bifurcated experience right now, right? We have two earths. We have the inverted earth, the inorganic earth, and we have the organic earth. All right. We have inverted versions of the planets still, and we have the organic versions of the planets. Like everything is dual. So there would be two suns in that respect too, perhaps. There could be maybe an inverted sun and an organic sun, depending on which, although I don't know that the sun, I feel like the sun is always organic. I don't know. That would be definitely something to meditate on more and see what comes through for that. What does that represent to you, the two suns? Tennessee has many places named after Egyptian places. Oh, that's cool. Is that what you meant by TN, Tennessee? Ooh, Glacier Park. Yes, that's beautiful. I love that. Yeah, so anything like that, those integrations, the activations are integrating. Birth is a portal too, so I'm feeling for some people. Some people may be giving birth during the Pleiadian portal. Like physically giving birth to a child. But it feels like a rebirthing for a lot of us too. So I feel like the Divine Mother, the goddess, wants to nurture us right now. Yeah, I'm feeling this powerful energy of souls coming in though. Souls coming in. So I feel like we know there's a beautiful wave of souls being born right now, right? They've been being born for a little while now. But I feel like I'm seeing the energy of two, right? Coming in 1, 2. I'm also feeling the energy of Gemini, right? Gemini is the twins. Gemini can represent twin flame energy. So I'm feeling like some very powerful twin flames being born during this Pleiadian portal. And I feel like the souls that are being born right now, these twin flames that are being born right now, it's like the power of souls being born during these portals is that they bring through an extra surge of light when they're born during these portals. Because the energy is that much more open, they're able to bring through much more light. And so they are able to, because in order to be born into this density, we have to really, there's only a certain amount of our light that we have to really dim our light down in order to move through the physical vessel of the mother, right? In order to move down into this density, into this third dimension. We do, of course, like we said, we have this bifurcated energy now. So the 5D energy template is very much grounded into this earth, which allows for higher frequency souls to come in right now. But it's also like the portal allows for this. So like a soul that might have had to dim down its energy to a certain extent, if they're born during a portal, they're somehow able to channel through more of that energy. And there's just a huge surge in energy that really lights up the planet when these souls are born. So it's like I almost see them like comets, like a meteor shower or something coming down right now, and all the energy that they're bringing in with them. So that's really beautiful. Yeah. Whew. All right. Oh, wow. A boy child born on this property 2 days ago. That's beautiful, Galactic Elf. All right. Any other messages here for this Pleiadian portal? Any other messages here? Lifting the veil, questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. Yeah, so this is a big part of what we're doing right now. This questioning, this lifting the veil. And we're going to get more into, in future live streams coming up here, more into sort of my own experience of the veil being lifted and seeing more deeply into this illusion, through this illusion, right? Understanding what's going on here. But we're in this process again. We're really looking at what is aligned with me, what is aligned with my path, who is aligned with my path. And like we said, we talked about the bifurcation. We talked about this repeating of this cycle of the fall of Atlantis, right? What's going on right now? The light workers splitting off, being pitted against each other. The lower vibrational energies and the lower vibrational paths that many are choosing without even realizing or recognizing that that's what they're choosing many times. One thing that I did learn a lot about was, to an even greater extent, like the number of supposed light workers out there who are actually, I guess we would call them like dark workers, false light workers, many of which don't even fully realize, and many who do. And just the importance of being really selective of who we resonate with, who we watch, who we listen to, absolutely who we allow access to our energy. This is where we're going to, it's like we're going to feel this energy, and we're going to naturally begin to question the people that we've resonated with in the past, both in our personal lives and, like, say, the people that we watch, the people we listen to. It's like a deeper level of peeling away of the illusion that then gives us a deeper understanding of what we will and will not accept in our reality, what we will and will not accept within our energy. Yes, Ashley Rose, that's happening to a lot of people. Absolutely. Yep. Yes, exactly, Galactic Elf. Like, we have to be so selective with that. The pool of who I am listening to and giving access, because even when we listen to somebody, a teacher, a spiritual teacher, a guided meditation, anything that we do, we are consenting and we are giving them access to our energy, especially if we're not shielded. All right. That's why we want to practice shielding at all times. Connect with that love light within your heart space. Extend that all around you in a bubble of love. Set your personal Merkaba. Any other additional shields that you want to do, sacred geometries, things that you want to add, flames. Get creative with this. All right, follow what feels right in your heart. We want to be shielded at all times, but remember, when you resonate with something, when you resonate, you are aligning yourself energetically. And when you are aligning yourself energetically, you are consenting. So anybody who holds inversions within them, anybody who holds entities, things within them that they may or may not even know and acknowledge exist, you are opening yourself up to that. So you want to be really, really careful. I went through and I removed some videos that I had shared by some other people. I've come to a deeper understanding since my trip and since the aura session that I received, and the different just experiences that I had. I'm beginning to see more. Yes, exactly, Tanya. And this happens as we continue to grow, as we continue to clear ourselves energetically. We notice and we see more and more. So I'm not going to be sharing anything by anybody else on here anymore. I'm not going to be listening to much of anything. I'm not going to be sharing. I don't share a ton of stuff for you guys from other people, but I have shared a few things, and I'm the only thing I may be sharing some stuff from Aurora, Rising Phoenix Aurora, who is my current teacher, mentor. And some of the stuff that we're getting into and going to be getting into on here, she gets into in depth on her channel. So I do recommend people, if you resonate, remember, judge everything by your resonance. All right, but there's a lot, like the veil is lifting, and there's a lot of things that I'm needing to release right now. There's a lot of things that are no longer in alignment. But I'm taking my time and I'm feeling into it, right? And it has to come from within me. I have to feel it within me. That I'm ready and wanting to make a shift that feels necessary within my heart. And we're all going to be doing this to one extent or another as we move forward. Yeah, exactly, Tanya. She says bifurcation, 2 energies, 2 suns, Gemini, 2 twins, right? Repeating themes have important messages. 2, 2, 2. Did we not talk about the importance of the 2s, right? We had that closing out last year of all the 2, 2, 2 energies. 2 paths, right? Love, fear. Organic, inorganic. Oh yeah, 22 and there were, now there's 23, but I love that, Tequila. And this is what we're all learning, right? This is one of the things the Pleiadians said they wanted to assist us with. They also want to assist us with this lifting of the veil. Helping us to see more deeply by, once again, allowing ourselves to get in touch with our hearts. Oh, did I go silent? Yeah, that somebody was calling me. Sorry about that. Did we miss much? I was talking about how the Pleiadians are assisting us in lifting the veil by helping us connect to our hearts as well. Helping us to see what is aligned that needs to go. And I'm feeling also assisting us with surrendering and releasing those things that must go. Allowing us to do that with ease and grace. I love, Tonya, I talk about the 2 wolves all the time. Yep. I love that. That's one of my favorite allegories, metaphors. I don't know what you would call that, stories. Which wolf, the wolf that you feed, right? That's the stronger of the 2. All right. Yeah. So assisting us with that, surrendering that which is unaligned, assisting us with learning how to integrate more fully. We call it being fully incarnated, right? When we're fully present here, knowing that we have all these different fractals, right? Having all these different experiences, but we are in this one right now. We don't need to necessarily worry about all the other ones. This is where our consciousness wants to be focused. And this doesn't mean that we can't take strength from them, that we can't receive wisdom from them. All right? That we cannot bring through that collective wisdom and knowledge. But some people, they get so caught up chasing all the other parts and aspects of themselves that they completely overlook the most important one, which is the one staring them in the mirror every day. All right, this is where this aspect of our consciousness is focused. So really being here. All right, a lot of people, when they talk about the new earth, when they talk about the ascension, they talk about it almost, it's like an escape. Is sort of one of the more toxic ways that this energy is now being related to and understood, right? Like, it's like, oh, this life is so miserable, but it's all going to be better when we ascend to the new earth, right? Like we're running away from ourselves, from this experience, by having this fairy tale of this perfect utopian world that we're ascending into. But we don't get there by being completely disconnected from this experience right now. We get there by falling so deeply in love with this experience that we transcend it completely. All right? And there's some work that has to be done in the meantime. There's some work that has to be done in the meantime, and we can't do that if we're not present here. All right, we need to be present here. We need to be fully present, awake, and aware. All right, and we need to be purifying and cleansing ourselves, lifting ourselves into the highest vibration possible. And we don't lift ourselves into the highest vibration possible by simply focusing on the positive and not acknowledging anything else. We don't do it by avoidance. Just like this waiting for the new earth and thinking that everything's just magically going to be better once we get there, and sort of discounting the rest of this experience because we're too busy waiting for that one. Just like that's avoidance. Not working with the shadow is avoidance as well. That's part of how we level up in vibration. Clearing ourselves from all the inversions, all the attachments, the entities. As many of you know, my trip that I just went on that I've been referring to, I learned aura quantum healing, soul regression therapy. I learned raw Reiki entity removal. And you would all be amazed at the number of foreign consciousnesses and energies that we hold within our energy body. In order for us to be the highest vibration possible, we need to clear ourselves of all of that stuff. I could not begin to tell you how much lighter I feel after receiving. I've had 2 aura sessions now. It's absolutely miraculous. All the small miracles that I'm still experiencing. So of course, that's going to be something that I obviously recommend. I'm not taking clients for that just yet. I have some people that I need to practice on. I have some work to do to get up to that point, probably midsummer, I'm guessing. But that is definitely, that's one way to go about it. But we gotta get rid of all that density. We have to look at the shadow. We have to acknowledge and remove all of the inorganic, all of the outside energies that have taken up residence within our physical vessel, within our energetic vessel. All right, we have to make ourselves the clearest channel possible. We have to heal ourselves. We have to heal from our traumas. We have to heal from and release all the stories, right, that we've been carrying with us, all the baggage. There's a lot that goes into this process. There's a lot of work that we have to do. We aren't just sitting here waiting for this beautiful wave of energy that's going to carry us into a new dimension. All right? We're not doing that. It's the actions that we take to clear ourselves that bring about the ascension. All right, it's not something that we're waiting for, it's something that we're creating with our actions. Oh, Galactic Elf, that's very sweet. I have all of my practice sessions I have booked with people in my personal life, the ones who have the most pressing physical or emotional things that need addressing. Those are the people that I have that I'm setting those up with. Because we're all affected to different degrees, right? But yeah, it's the actions, as we were saying, it's the actions that we take that are bringing this about. It's not the other way around. Something that I really resonated with was this idea, this thought, right? Where there's so many people on this planet who are kind of like yelling at source, yelling at their guides, right? Their angels, like, why aren't you helping us out down here? You know, like we're swamped down here. Why don't you come and help? Why don't you come and assist us? And source, your angels, your guides, they're looking at you and laughing, saying, I'm there as you. I am right there, right? I am you. I am present right now. So what are we doing? What are we going to do? Right? They're not coming to rescue us because they're already here as us. We are fractals of their consciousness, of their energy. Hello, Jim. Welcome. Feeling the wave you speak, as you said, such divine timing to be listening right now. Absolutely. Welcome, Goddess Juliet. If you ground well on old earth, then you can be the star of the show on new earth. We're all stars, right? Yes. It is true. People do generally listen closer when you whisper. That is absolutely true. All right, I want to pull one card to close here. Clear. I tend to get kind of loud sometimes when I do these live streams anyway. It's just the energy, right? The passion. Clear. All right. What do we want to pull for a closing card? Yeah, we're going to pull from the Star Temple Oracle. This deck is from the Pleiadians, created for the Pleiadians. Clear. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, Jim. They are. The cards are really just a conduit to connect us with our own higher selves, right? With our own intuition, our own knowing, which all exists within. But they are fun to play with. For anyone who's new to working with Oracle Tarot cards, I always want to let people know, make sure you are setting up very clear and strong boundaries before you get started. You want to set a very clear container of who and what you are communicating with. Hello, Liquid Fire. Welcome. You want to set very clear guidelines as to who you're communicating with, your benevolent angels, your benevolent team of light, your own higher self. You want to set a sacred container, a sacred space. And be very clear that you do not consent to infringement of any kind. Because people, just like using a Ouija board or using a pendulum or anything else, there is an opportunity for lower energies to attempt to attach or mess with us if we are not setting those very clear guidelines as to who and what we're communicating with. Right now we are communicating with the benevolent Pleiadians. A video about what, Isaiah? You read your birth chart last week and you didn't like it at all. From my personal viewpoint, our birth charts are really a map that shows how our soul is desiring to evolve in this lifetime. All about tarot reading, yeah. Just tell them to set up a really clear container. I could maybe do a video on that. Yeah. Yeah, I will put that on my list. That might be like I don't know if you follow me on TikTok, Isaiah. That might be something that a quick, like a little 3-minute video that I could do on TikTok or something. All right, Pleiadians, you my beautiful, benevolent Pleiadian brothers and sisters, final message. We have Electra, the Awakener, coming out. Rise. Out of the ashes, I rise like the golden sun. Right? The golden sun, the golden phoenix, if you will. I want to read this for you guys to see what this has to say. I'm feeling drawn to read. I'm going to hold that up for you guys. Let's see. Star words associated with this car: spiral, awaken, and soar. As the Awakener, Electra appears to those who have been on a slippery slope of self-sabotage, only to awaken, rise out of the ashes, soar into the stars, and ascend like the golden sun. The University of Life has taught you a lot. You may have even hit rock bottom. But your soul's growth has been accelerated due to the hard-hitting knocks and tough life lessons you have experienced in the past. Surrender any regret with self-compassion and know that you are back on your higher, happier, and golden pathway. Stronger and wiser, you soldier on with confidence. And I love this because at the beginning of the reading, when we were talking about divine timing, we're talking about that energy of not beating ourselves up because we didn't get to the point that we're at soon enough in our mind, right? We're talking about accepting divine timing, knowing that every single thing that we've experienced brought us to the place we are now and helped us to become the person that we are now. And that we needed all of that experience. And appreciating that and knowing that no time is ever wasted. I mean, to a degree. At this point, once you know better, you know better. So I think sometimes once we know better and we're just purposefully not doing better, that could be in some way, shape, or form considered a waste of time, right? But we have in many ways, in many perceptions, infinite time. So don't beat yourself up over it. Is essentially what this is saying for anybody who has, and we've talked about this a lot. We've had a lot of energies recently where we've been working through these energies of moving back into self-sabotaging behaviors, moving into those and coming out of those once again in an even higher state of being, right? Working through another layer of those energies to releasing those. Yeah. Self-destructive behaviors, self-sabotaging behaviors. One thing that I found really interesting that I've been learning too is there are different entities and different implants, different things that many of us have within us that actually create and sort of anchor us into these self-sabotaging loops. So having say a raw Reiki session or an aura session where we can remove those things or something to that extent can also assist with this energy of self-sabotage as well. I am actually, speaking of self-sabotaging habits and behaviors, now coming back from my trip, I am officially a non-smoker after 20 years. So that's pretty amazing right there. There's a lot of different factors to consider, but for some of us, like I said, we do need to go through. It's like we talk about all the time. You got to pull the arrow, you got to pull the bow back before you release the arrow, right? That moving back to move forward. We just want to make sure that we're not constantly getting drawn back again, right? That has to happen at times. That's helpful. But if it's happening constantly and we're stuck in that loop and we can't get out of it, there may be something else going on there. So if anyone is relating to that energy and feeling like they want to clear that out, then message me to get on the wait list for the raw Reiki or the aura. But yes, a message and a confirmation to anyone who's been in another dark night of the soul that you are like the phoenix about to rise once more. And this journey that brought you to rock bottom, remember we always talk about the phoenix must burn before she rises. All right? We have to hit that bottom sometimes before we're ready to rise again, stronger than we were before. So this is your time to shine. Clear, thank you, you guys. Yeah, it's pretty wild. It's pretty trippy. I asked for that to be removed. My higher self and the beautiful benevolent beings that we're working in concert with on behalf of my higher self in my session. And that's the only way that I can say it. It was removed, right? It's gone. Email me, Ashley Rose. It's the craziest thing. It's sort of like there's like this detached, like, I know I used to do it and I know I used to really enjoy it. And there's a little part of me that still is like, oh, that would be nice. Oh, I wouldn't mind maybe having one of those. But it's like the need is totally gone. Yeah. It's the same as many of you know and are aware that I'm a recovering addict as well. And it's sort of like, it feels the same as after, I'd been clean for say like 5 years or something like that. And there's still that faint little like part of my brain that's like, oh, it might be nice to get high, but I don't actually do it. And I feel no attachment to it. That's how I felt the next day with the smoking. Wild stuff. Hello, Vision in Christ. Welcome. Yeah. I mean, addiction, our society, this is built on addiction, right? It is, what's the word that I want to use here? Arranged to support all types of addictive behaviors. That's part of the trap, right? That's part of the inverted matrix here. All right, so we have, I love this. I have to show you guys this before we go, just because we're talking about the twin flame energy, right? We're talking about the masculine, the feminine, the twos, the balance, the duality. And we have the Lovers on the bottom of the deck, card number 2. This cosmic union is destined for greatness. So really during this portal, a lot of beautiful twin flame energies coming in, unifying our own masculine and feminine, right? Working with that energy. Some people perhaps bringing in a divine partner. And yeah, like I said, some twin flames being born right now as well. Some beautiful, powerful twin flames. Clear. All right. Good for you, Isaiah. Yeah, it's been something that I've tried many, many times. I've come close quite a few times, but I just know this is at this time and it feels really good. It feels really good. Yeah, anything that we can do, any ways that we can direct our energy towards supporting this planet, the animals, the plant life, the trees, nature, anything, any aspect or part of this planet is absolutely beautiful and so needed right now. And that is a beautiful divine way to direct our energy. Yep, there's a recommendation there for people. Audiobooks for addiction. Yes, I love that. Sit on the lava for sunrise and do some breath of fire breathing. Ooh, Galactic Elf, that is beautiful. I like that. That sounds incredible. Yeah, working with that beautiful, working with the elements, the fire for transmutation, absolutely. With this Pleidian portal, the element of water, very important. So working with the element of water, cleansing, taking care when we're bathing, using, every time we're using water, use it with the intention of purifying and cleansing. Every time you're drinking your water, same thing, blessing your water, setting that intention to crystallize your water. Yeah, good stuff, you guys. All right. I got to go. I've been on here for a little while. And I know my baby is probably needing me right now. So I love you guys so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by. Like I said, for those who are curious to understand more about the bifurcation, I will link that video on Aurora's channel in the description box. Jim, the Pleidian portal occurs when the sun is moving through the Seven Sisters constellation of the Pleiades in the sky. And so this goes from May 16th until about June 24th. And this is when, as the sun is moving through, remember, the sun is our life force energy. All right. And so as the sun is moving through this constellation, it is allowing the energies of the Pleiades to be transmitted through the sun to us much more powerfully. So we're able to receive the gift of their light, the activations that they bring through, the healing that they bring through, the assistance, our connection to them is amplified. And as the Pleiadians, there is a very high percentage of Pleiadian fractals incarnated on this planet. It's also really assisting, it's able to really assist in that way by activating that energy, which so many of us hold as well within us. Within our DNA strands, within our cellular makeup, our being. Yeah, so it's a beautiful time. Just remember, if you are wanting to connect with the Pleiadians, always using the word benevolent, connecting with our benevolent Pleiadian guides. Yeah. All right. I love you guys. I appreciate you so much. And I will talk to you all very soon. And anyone, for instance, I know that we had talked about somebody wanting, I had said Isela, I think, about doing the quick video there on the how to set up that sacred container when you're working with tarot cards and stuff like that. Any of those little things that you guys want little videos on, leave those in the comments as well, so I don't forget, so I have something to look back on. Just leave a little note there for me, and I will do those, because I would like to get some little bite-sized videos out with some of these concepts and stuff. So any of the stuff that you want more information on. All right, you guys, I love you infinitely. I appreciate you so much. Have a beautiful Pleiadian portal. Oh, hello, Tiny Moon Goddess. So much love to you. So much love to you, my sister. And I will talk to you all very soon. Bye.